Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Jeremy Scott Fitness Podcast and Radio Show, coming to you on this Tuesday morning here with a podcast episode that I get a lot of questions on, and just something I think a lot of you guys need to hear. And we're talking about kind of the fads and the quick fixes and the fitness products and basically all the bullshit that the world is feeding a lot of us and you guys, and I see it all the time. I know a lot of you guys have seen it. Many of you have probably fallen victim to it, and you've gotten to a handful of things that basically have eaten up your money and, more importantly, eaten up your time. So hopefully we can eradicate some of these and just kick you guys to real once and for all. So this is something you probably are going to share with your friends and your family who are jumping from program to program, product to product, and looking for the next miracle or quick fix. And hopefully we can debunk a lot of this horse shit right off the bat. So with that said, a reminder, our 34 Days to Fit program is starting on April the 22nd. You guys have about, I think, 11 more days to register. Today is April the 9th. You have until April the 22nd of 2019 to get down with that. Again, it's not a quick fix. I can promise you that. It's going to be 34 days of ridiculously hard work. Anybody can do it. You can regress it, you can progress it. That's how we coach the program. I'm coaching you guys every step of the way. You get to work with me for all 34 days. The cool thing is my fitness homies are coming to help along. We have Nikki Metzger, Women's Health Next Top Trainer, in there. We have Tommy Baker, Resist Average Academy, Ben Novak from Aspire Health Club, and then obviously we have Alexia Clark, the Queen of Workouts, and I think you guys know her. So it'll be fun, it'll be funky. We'll talk food, we'll talk nutrition. We're definitely going to get down and do some different protocols, but if you want to get down with that, the link is in my Instagram bio. It's on my Facebook now, LinkedIn, anywhere, or just send me a DM, message me, ask it's for you. It can be done 100% online, and I think you guys will truly dig it. We've only ran it twice. This will be the third time ever running it, and it'll be fun. Definitely, even for me to get down and do some of the funky stuff that's going on in there. So with that said, we're talking fitness fads and the quick fixes and the gimmicky shit and the stuff that's too good to be true in our reality. And one of my biggest, probably irritants in the profession that we live in is the fitness industry's desire to really just to fuck with people and steal their money and really just take advantage of people's emotions and their inability to make a rational decision when they're caught in the heat of the moment. And again, not all fitness companies and coaches and programs are this way. There's so many good, awesome, amazing companies, from supplement companies to full fitness production companies to small gyms and even big gyms. There's a lot of them that have your best interest at heart, but for every awesome one, there's probably 10 that are trying to sell you and just make money, and they're not really fitness people. They're in fitness, but they're not into fitness. I'll say that again. They're in fitness, but they're not into fitness. They're not really fitness people. I can't tell you guys how many people I've seen come and go in the last decade that got into this just for the money. Whether it's opening up a CrossFit box, a small gym and franchise it out, a supplement company, and one by one, the guys who aren't really fitness people tend to die. Now, the ones who are just there to sell you and are good at business and selling, they're going to stick around. But the rest of them, they fall off because they realize, hey, consumers and you guys listening, athletes are getting smarter. They're becoming more educated. But again, there's still a lot of horse shit out there that we're going to try to debunk here. So again, you guys, you can look for all the fad diets and the fitness products. They're everywhere you look. Even people who have been in it for a long time can get swept up by emotion. So a lot of you guys listening who are probably more educated, even you have probably fallen victim to some of these things. And so when you guys are looking at, joining a fitness program, looking at joining a coaching program, looking at picking a coach for that matter, looking at buying food, looking at buying supplements, these are the things that I would look at for you guys to avoid falling victim to wasting your money and wasting your time. And the first one is the ridiculously outrageous claims some of these coaches, programs, and products are making. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And I'm not saying there's nothing that I'm going to put out and say that's overly the top ridiculous. Now, we might say some things to sell you guys on some stuff once in a while to get you excited because I'm going to play the game a little bit, but I'm never going to say anything that's not true. And what I mean by that is, if something is so amazing, don't you think we'd have known about it by now? Now, let me put that. What are some of the things that are awesome in your life? I don't know. Iced coffee, amazing. iPhone, amazing. Netflix, amazing. Uber, amazing. Amazon, amazing. All of you guys know what those things are. Now, don't you think if there was some miracle fucking fat loss pill or drug or some revolutionary training program or person or whatever it was, we would have known about it by now. We would have found out about it. I mean, if it's that great, right? Like, people wait in line for hours to get a new iPhone. They literally stand outside, regardless of the weather, for hours to get a new fucking phone. How insane is that, right? Because why? Because they love it so much, because it's so amazing. Now, don't you think if there was some amazing, like, this is going to melt fat off instantly without exercising, you wouldn't see, I mean, literally hundreds of thousands of people waiting in line to get that shit? So if it sounds too good to be true, you guys, it probably is. The whole, get 6-pack abs in 6 minutes a day horse shit, or lose 40 pounds in a month, or eat whatever the fuck you want and never exercise and be fit. That's not reality. Again, these crazy, shocking claims are never true. There's no way to go about this. Everything in this life, you guys, requires work. And even if you can get it by plastic surgery and having like some ridiculous, whether it's like gastric bypass or like a lap band, or they just literally cut your fat off and lipo it, at the end of the day, once that's done and healed up, you still got to eat right. You can't just do that stuff and then eat like shit and think we'll never come back. You can't just train really hard for 2 weeks and think it's going to last for 2 years. It doesn't work that way. Again, maybe it's because we want to believe something's easier. We want to find an easy way out. We want it to happen faster. I get that. But for whatever reason, in fitness and results, common sense just, it sometimes befalls us. And again, there hasn't been any ridiculous, crazy scientific breakthrough in terms of fat loss and building muscle that I'm aware of, other than you have to eat right, you have to train, you have to sleep well, you can't stress about everything, and you have to give it time. And if you want to do that forever, you have to wash, rinse, and repeat those things, and you can never stop doing them, because when you stop doing them, you'll gradually just kind of slide back down. So the key is eating right and moving around forever. The next thing, you guys, when you're looking at, especially a coaching program, the unrealistic before and after pictures. I mean, like the crazy ones. And again, nothing gives, a program probably more credibility than you seeing your avatar, seeing a man or woman like you who was once unfit and then who got fit. And we're a big fan of that here. I think for a dude with as small of a team as I have here, we probably have more before and after photos and videos than anybody of a similar size organization. I don't think anybody even comes close to us in terms of videos on YouTube, in terms of before and after photos of people who have actually graduated from our program. And it's all real shit. None of it's photoshopped, none of it's airbrushed, it's just side-by-side pictures. 99% of the time, these are photos that these guys took with their iPhones. And they're normal moms and dads, they're just normal, people going to jobs every single day. They're not fitness pros, they're just average Joes just like you guys. And they fucking crushed it. But the sad thing is that a lot of the pictures that you do see in a lot of these programs are so manipulated and so airbrushed and so photoshopped that sometimes, literally the before and after pictures can be taken probably a couple days apart. Or the sad thing is, a lot of them on the same day. And again, because a real transformation is going to take time. Nobody went from, being 300 pounds to having shredded abs in 4 weeks. It just doesn't work that way. Now, I've had people here lose 100 pounds in a year. I've had people here lose 90 pounds in a year, 85 pounds in a year, 70 pounds in a year, but they were really big people. And that's what they had to do to get there. But again, they didn't go from, being the 400 pounds and all of a sudden they're like, wow, they're ripped up like Rambo. That's not how they look. Now, if I get a guy in 34 days to go from not having abs to having abs, he was pretty close. He's probably living at 12%. He got himself down to 9%, but he crushed it. He was probably an athlete before. He worked his face off. He ate perfect. So that's what's happening there. Now, a program that's longer, 60, 90 days, sure, you can make some bigger changes. But again, for most people, the outrageous claims of literally, changing from one human to a next in 30 days is not realistic. That takes a substantial amount of time. And that's what we share with our people. So everything we share is real. And people are like, oh, it's not that impressive. I'm like, well, how impressive is it really going to be in 35 days, in 41 days? Now, we do some amazing shit with people in 28 days, 34 days, 47 days, whatever it may be, but you're not going to look like a completely different human in 40 days. In a year, for surely you can. In 2 or 3 years, yeah, complete game changer. So again, you guys don't fall victim to the airbrushed, photoshopped before and after photos that a lot of these people are basically, bullshitting you on. The next one, I would say, any program that offers like a ridiculous guarantee, and again, I'm not bagging on any gym or program out there that does any of these, but like we don't reward people like, oh, if you lose all the weight, we'll give you all your money back. I'm not a fan of that because I think it goads people to game the system. And what I mean is, like, if I joined a program tomorrow and said, okay, the program's $500, but if you lose 25 pounds in whatever time frame, you'll get all the dollars back. Now, I'm not, again, if you guys do that with your gym and facility, cool. I don't like that because for the fact of I could drop 25 pounds today just by bullshitting the system, meaning like eating not much food, doing a shit ton of exercise, and really not being healthy, but just to get the money back. Now, did I lose the weight? Sure. Did I do it the right way, the healthy way, the safe way? No, I didn't. And I think some of those programs do things like that. So again, if it's offering like some crazy money back guarantee, I would just look at it, from afar. And again, do we offer money back guarantees? For sure. If people join our program and they're unhappy and they think I suck shit and they hate us and they hate what we do, I'm more often not than give them their money back as opposed to argue with them. Our results speak for themselves. People who come in and they do things, it works. The proof is in the pudding, if you will. You can look at hundreds of people. So it's not, I'm not wrong. But if someone says, hey, Jeremy, your stuff didn't work for me, I'm happy to give you your money back and send you on your way. But I'm not offering any crazy claim to you because all we're selling you here ever is, here's a training program to follow. Ask me any questions you want. I'm going to check in on you. I want you to be successful and eat real food inside your macro ranges and get good sleep. That is it. I don't sell anything else here, you guys. Now, we might sell different protocols and packages and chopped up and served and sliced a different way, but that, at the end of the day, is all I'm presenting to you guys because that's the only thing that works, and that's the only thing that I do. And I'm not going to sell you some crazy horse shit that I wouldn't do myself. The next one, I think when you look at a program, you guys, anything that claims to get super fast and super quick, but more importantly, to get you super easy results. There's nothing easy about this, or I guess the way that I always phrase it is fat loss is easy once you guys realize how hard it is. So fat loss is easy once you realize how hard it can become. So again, two words that don't really work in any epic journey in life: quick and easy. Nobody ever came to you and said, I became a multimillionaire super quick, super easy. Even if something popped overnight and something happened quickly and you went from one day, being worth $1 million to $5 million, I promise you that was layered in tens of thousands of hours of hard work or years and years of grinding and hard work. No, I'm not saying there can't be a tipping point where something goes crazy. I've seen it with some of our stuff, from revenue numbers to member numbers to different things that we've done. But when someone comes to me and says, hey man, Jeremy, it's so cool, like I guess let's say like Instagram, right? If you're talking like the number of people who like follow our queue, our stuff went from probably 100,000 to 200,000 relatively fast. And people say, oh my God, how did you do that so quickly? I'm like, well, I've been on the platform for 7 years. So I guess if 7 years is quick, sure. So what I mean is the quick and easy stuff, it really doesn't happen. If you see it happen for somebody, it's probably rooted in other things. And most people know if you have successfully lost weight and lost fat, it isn't quick or it isn't easy. And until, again, like we talked about earlier, somebody invents some like miracle potion or product or cream, only hard work, tracking macros, and training right, and being patient is going to lead you guys to having lifelong sustainable success. I think that's what we're all striving for, is sustainable success, something we can do through every season of life, whether you have 0 kids or 3 kids, whether you have, if you're working 60 hours a week or 36 hours a week, whether you're traveling or whether you're at home, you want to make something that can be sustainable for your lifestyle, that you can do every single day, 24/7, 365. And again, nothing was fast or easy for you guys who have lost, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds. None of you guys who graduated college, it probably didn't go very quick, and it probably wasn't super easy for you. Most of you, it took you probably at least 4 years, maybe 5, maybe 6 if you fucked around a little bit. And you probably had to study. Maybe some of the courses were easy, but some of them were tough. Same thing with your career. None of you guys got multiple promotions just bullshitting yourself along the way. There had to be some work involved. So take that for what it is, you guys. Just know that nothing is quick, nothing is easy, nothing is simple when it comes to building and having an amazing, healthy body. It's tough to do. That's why very, very few people, you walk around every single day at your job, if you're at a baseball game, if you're at, a mall, if you're at any kind of event, most people aren't super fit, healthy, happy, and lean because it takes hard work and dedication, and you guys are no different. The next thing I would look out for is probably any product, program, or service that says it can get you amazing results in terms of fat loss and weight loss and building muscle without exercising. Can you guys lose fat and lose weight without exercise? 100% you can. You can 100% get super lean and lose body fat and lose weight without exercising. Should you? I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's the smartest thing in the world. I don't think it teaches great habits. And again, to me, I think it's much easier for you guys to stick to healthy eating and a lifestyle when you are exercising. But there are a lot of products out there aimed at people who don't want to put in effort and don't want to put in work. And so again, obviously, in my belief in fitness and in life, in everything you do, you get out of it, what you put into it. And so if you guys are buying a product or a pill or a service that claims you can get these dope ass results forever without exercise, I'd sprint the other way as quick as you guys can. To me personally, we've had people here who have joined like certain kind of weight loss programs. Like if you want to go extreme, like the HCG shit, where they put these guys in like 500 calories a day, they can lose 50, 60 pounds. That's fine. But once they get there, they have to start an exercise program. They have to learn how to eat right from that point on. So if you do something initially to get you down and you feel good about it, that's fine. But what I would say is training does so much for you guys in terms of, how strong you are, how much endurance you have, bone density. You can actually go out and be a human and do different things in life and have fun, as opposed to just, I'm going to be on this super, super restrictive calorie deficit and just lose the weight. I think over time that would run you guys down and would cause a myriad of problems that you really don't want to have. So again, don't join any program that promises you a shit ton of weight loss and fat loss without exercising. I think, they're like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. The next one, you guys, probably anything you're seeing on TV. And I don't mean that in a negative way. There's a lot of programs, like Sean T's done a lot of cool shit. That's been on the Beachbody stuff. His program's helped a lot of people if they dig it. What I mean is like the late night, kind of the infomercial shit. And I don't think these are ever going to go out of style. I don't think these are ever going to go away. I think people will do these forever because there's a lot of money in them. And they're the commercials that you guys see, probably at when real TV goes off, maybe 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, when you're sitting on your ass after you had a couple of drinks or maybe crushing pizza. And they look like they are the answer to all of your problems when you see them. People in these commercials and infomercials, I can almost promise you with 100% certainty, they did not get the body and the image and the shape and the strength that they have from using the products they're demonstrating. I can almost guarantee you that. Their bodies, the way they look, the way they move, the way they feel, were built by eating right and training hard, doing things much more difficult than them using a shake weight, for example, on the internet. Now, again, if you love shake weights, that's great for you. But I think it's utterly fucking ridiculous. And like when you grab it, I don't really see how that's going to make some massive change in your body or your physique or do anything for your appearance or your performance. And most certainly, if you're not eating right, is literally the biggest fucking waste of time ever. So to me, if you're seeing something on TV, which is an infomercial, which probably has these ridiculous, crazy claims, I personally would just turn the channel as fast as possible. The next thing, you guys, I would say would be any kind of, insane fat loss pill. Anything that says like, take this pill and it's going to incinerate fat on your body. You can sprinkle it on your pizza and the calories don't count. I've literally seen that same shit. I literally saw an ad where it's like, sprinkle this on your pizza and it cuts the calories in half. Are we that dumb that we would buy into that horse shit? Obviously, because they're making the product, so somebody's buying it. But it really baffles me that that's a real thing. Weight loss supplements, fat loss supplements are a $1 billion industry, you guys, and they're growing every single year. Everyone is looking for fat loss, weight loss, get ripped in a bottle, in a potion, in a drink, in a package. Fat loss pills are still around probably because I guess they work to some extent. So what I mean is you can take a fat burner. Do fat burners work? Yes, they do, but to a small percentage, a small portion, to a small degree. But they only work when you pair them with, guess what? Proper nutrition, at a calorie deficit, and you guys training your face off. That's it. So am I against fat burners? I'm not. Like, I mean, am I pro fat burners? No. Do I take one? No, I never have. Maybe I've taken one like once or twice. I don't like how those thermals make me feel personally. Again, I'm not a huge fan. When you look at the ingredients, most of the good ones are all the same. Typically like a caffeine, like a capsaicin extract, which is like a thermogenic. Typically those will be what's packed in there. That's why I don't promote fat loss pills and fat burners and a bunch of crazy things. If people want to take them, if you're at a calorie deficit, if you're training your ass off, if you're sleeping right, and then you want to take one as the last, 5% difference in your physique because you've done everything else perfect, then sure. But short of that, I probably wouldn't waste my money. That's why I don't promote a lot of this shit, because I think they're unnecessary for 99.9% of you guys. And I think for a lot of you, especially because you're not going to eat perfect and train amazing, I think it's going to do you probably much more harm than good. I think people use these as a crutch or as a fix in lieu of their bad, shitty diet and drinking habits. I would tell you guys to focus your time, effort, energy, and your money on changing your lifestyle, eating right, tracking macros, being part of a fitness program, having a coach, and not spending it on some fucking magic fat loss pills that have probably not done shit for you over time. That would be my 2 cents. But again, you guys make the choices that you want. And again, I'm not against supplements by any means, but if you guys see the stuff that I promote, typically Athletic Greens is number one. I take Athletic Greens every single day, 24/7, 365, no matter what, because it gets all my micronutrients, has a probiotic blend in there, vitamins, minerals, you name it, boom, I'm good. And I'm not going to eat, 6-7 servings of greens per day. I only eat twice per day, so there's no chance I'd be so bloated I'd shit my pants all day. So that's why I'll take an Athletic Greens. I still eat green veggies. I still get micronutrients from food, but I'm not going to get enough. And that's just me personally. And outside of that, CBD oil I take for sleep to help with just relaxation. I don't have a ton of anxiety, but if it helps me never have any, I'm all for it. But I take things that kind of work naturally with the body, so things that aren't super crazy. Outside of that, I'll probably throw in a creatine and like some fish oils. That's, if I take an additional probiotic for gut health, that would be my entire list for the most part. I don't need to supplement with protein because I eat enough. So again, those are the things I spend money on, not really performance supplements, more health-based supplements, because the performance stuff I know is going to take care of itself if I'm really training right. Next one on the list, you guys, I would say anything that is paying a celebrity a shitload of money to push and promote the product. So again, what I mean is a lot of these products that are gaining credibility because they're hiring a celebrity or a spokesperson to really push it and go behind it. So insert whoever, got abs so they can help you get abs. Insert whoever has a great booty so they can help you get a great booty. Insert whoever, and you fit the bill with the avatar they're trying to sell to, and that's what it is. Because typically these famous people, they make you feel, I guess, confident. You believe in them. You like them for 19 other different reasons. So they make you feel it's okay for you to purchase it. It's for surely going to work. And it gives you, I guess, a sense of proof, or I guess a sense of social proof that you're making the right choice. And that, because so-and-so did it and they're a great person and they did it, I should do it too. And again, I'm not saying some of the people don't generally believe in the things that they're promoting. I believe that, but again, if it's making insane claims, and what I mean by that is playing to your guys' emotions to get you to make an emotional response. Marketers are smart. Fitness marketers are smart as well. They do this by playing to your guys' insecurities. They play to your guys' dreams and your hopes and your wants. And they create a story, a video, or an image. Oftentimes, hey, remember when you were fit in college? College fit, or what's another term like high school skinny or something like that. And it'll tell you guys, don't be embarrassed, to don't have a dad bod. Don't be embarrassed to wear a swimsuit again with your kids. Shit like that. It tugs on your heartstrings, on your emotions. Maybe it shows you popular spots of cellulite that this person has, that maybe you have. And any organization and company and program that uses this kind of shit basically is just after your money. They really are. You guys really have to understand that not every product is trying to do this to you, but I think a lot of people do play to your guys' emotions, and they know what state you're in. They know because it's hard to be fit. They know you guys are stressed and you're run down and you're self-conscious about how you look and how things are going. So they know they can play to you and they can get you to invest some money if they catch you in the heat of the moment. It's why, I don't want to say this on a podcast, but I've been to a lot of events before where I see people get hyped up in these states, right? Like they go to an event and they get hyped by the speaker or the program, or whatever, and then they have, typically when I go to these events, whether it's personal development events, education events, or fitness events, they get people in a certain emotional state, in a physical state too. They're hyped, they're jacked, they're excited, everything's running high, and then comes the upsell. They're at a program, they sell them on like some private one-day coaching, some private business coaching. They sell them on a supplement or a product, and if they can't afford that, they have a downsell system, because it gets people in the state that they're excited to do stuff. It gets them in their ecosystem. And essentially what a lot of these fitness companies, programs do is they do it to you guys. They play on your emotions, and they know what they can trigger you. And what I mean is these guys who are marketing, especially like if you want to go food companies, I don't want to say they're smarter than the general public, but they're hiring really smart people to do really smart research and really smart testing on people's behavior patterns and their habits and how they buy and what they're triggered by. And they study huge numbers of beta groups. You know, if you want to go like to a chip company, right? I won't name the company, but they'll bring in thousands of people and they'll spend millions of dollars on just checking chip thickness. Now, hear me out here. So you get a company that comes in, they bring in 5,000 people, and they're going to test out chip thickness. And what they're really doing is seeing is if I set, Rick down and the chips are this thick versus this thick, I know if this is the ideal thickness, Rick is going to eat 37 chips in a sitting. If they're this thickness, he only eats 22. If they're this thickness, he eats 27. So we are going to market on average, when we scale out everybody, the chips to be this thick. So we know in every sitting they're going to eat 37. So every bag exponentially is going to sell more and more and more. Like, that's just a very basic example for you guys. But these people know your buying habits. They know what you're looking at. You're getting pixeled on the internet. They're coming after you. And they're showing up in your feed over and over and over again. Now, that's the joy of marketing. You have to be smart enough to not buy things that are just, basically targeted to you. But on the same note, don't get emotional, and if you don't understand, you have to fall into a trap of, oh, this is a quick fix. This is going to help me. This is going to be easy. This is going to be great. This person looks like me. They did it in that time frame. No. At the end of the day, you guys, the only thing that ever works is you guys eating right. If fat loss is the goal, inside macro ranges, at a calorie deficit. If you're trying to gain muscle, it is at a calorie surplus, still within appropriate macro ranges. You guys training on a fitness program that makes sense for you and your life and how much time you have dedicated to it. You guys getting quality sleep. You guys not stressing about your job. You guys taking care of yourself outside of just the gym and fitness. Because no matter what, even if you're eating, pretty good and you're working out, most of the time, but the rest of your life is shit and you're so stressed and so run down and so inundated, it's going to be really hard for you guys to be optimally fit and optimally healthy because you have so many other factors going on that are dragging you down. That's just my take on it. That's why we coach fitness here, no matter what the program is. Now, obviously, the 47-day is super detailed, but even in our fasting program and our 34 days to fit that's coming up, everything is the physical, the mental, the spiritual, the emotional side of fitness. Everything is interconnected because it's all fitness, and that's how it all works. If one area is really struggling, lagging, it's going to drag you down. That's why I try to do everything to the best of my ability. Now, we are all going to have things that we struggle with, but it comes down to you guys having a sustainable lifestyle, understanding, what level of shape you want to be in, whether it's just vanity-based, whether it's functional, whether it's, both interconnected, whether you want to be an endurance person or a strength person, or you just want to look good in a fucking swimsuit. Whatever it is, you have to find that proper mix for you. And the easiest way to do that is not by investing money into fads and trends and horseshit programs that are going to promise you unrealistic, ridiculous fucking results in 30 days. The guy you want to work with, the team you want to work with, the program you want to buy is the one that says, hey, this is going to take you a long time. This is going to take you the rest of your life. We're selling you hard work. We're selling you eating right. We're selling on you being accountable to us and being accountable to yourself and giving a fuck about your health. Now, I can't write that on a sales copy, and I can't put that in a video because it would scare everybody away. But essentially, once you guys, purchase anything from us, once you guys walk in our front doors here, that's what we're doing. That's all I'm offering you because it's the only thing that works. It's the only thing I've ever done. If I knew something easier, faster, more efficient, I would give it to you guys, but I don't. And I haven't found anything that is sustainable that can be done for 20, 30, 40 years. And again, I'm not trying to win for a year. I'm not trying to win for 2 years. I'm trying to win until they put me in the fucking dirt, man. I'm trying to win and be healthy and fit and happy till I'm dead. I want to be the guy who's 55 that people say, holy shit, that dude is still doing it. That dude is still ripped. That dude is fit. He's just as fit at 57 as he was at 27. In fact, he's more fit at 57. He's more mobile. He's leaner. I might not be as strong, maybe, but probably not. But my point is that I want to do something that I can do for the rest of my life. I'm not interested in a quick fix. I'm not interested in investing in fucking Bitcoin and making $1 million in a day and losing $2 million the next day. I'll take my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% over the course of my mutual funds, and I'll call it a day. I'm more apt to stick what's the tried and true. I'll take the harder route, the road, and I'll be happy that I did it. And I'm glad it's hard. I really am, you guys. And it should be, because you get a sense of accomplishment, a sense of achievement. And you know you did something that's sustainable because it becomes part of your lifestyle. And all of a sudden, that what was once super hard for you and ridiculous just becomes your life. Just becomes how you feel, just becomes how you look, just becomes how you live and how you move. And it's day to day. So yeah, there's days where I don't want to do stuff in here and I'm tired and whatever, but it's who I am. So I'm going to do the workout regardless. And it might not be the greatest workout ever, but I put in the time. And I've consistently done that for the last 20 years. And I'm going to consistently do it for the next 20 years. I would urge you guys to do the same. So instead of wasting your money on ridiculous things that people are trying to sell you and throw your way, I would urge you guys to invest in a quality coaching program, a quality coach, quality food, and just literally, focusing on how you can best spend your time, effort, and energy to live a healthy, happy lifestyle. Understand that if you're 100 pounds overweight, it's going to take you a year, 2 years, or 3 years to get that weight off. If you're trying to, go from an average guy to be in the cover of Men's Health, that's going to take you probably 5 or 6 years, maybe 10 years. And that's okay, because you should enjoy the journey. Fitness should be fun. You should enjoy the learning process and the curve. And again, as the saying goes, easy come, easy go. And I think anything worthwhile in this life having, it takes a lot of sacrifice, effort, and energy. And that's what makes it so sweet. And that's what makes you stand out from everybody else. And like I always say, what we do in private, consistently, we get praised for in public. So what you guys are going to do in private, how you eat, how you sleep, how you plan and prep meals, and how you program, and how you show up over and over and over and over again, all the shit your coworkers and your friends and family don't see, you showing up to your same 6 a.m. group workout, that is going to pay off 10,000 times more than any fat loss pill or shake weight or infomercial get 6-pack abs in 6 minutes bullshit. It's the tried and true stuff that works today. And I can promise you, if I'm doing a podcast 30 years from now, I'll be saying the exact same thing. Hopefully a little bit different, chopped and served, but essentially it'll be the exact same thing unless we literally find some miracle magic potion that works. But if I had to guess, we won't. So it's those of us who are willing to put in the work and train and get with a coach and a community of people who lifts us up and helps us and keeps us motivated, who are going to be successful for the duration. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick take on what to look for with fitness fads and products and what I would invest my time, effort, energy, and money into. If you're on iTunes right now, stop. Don't be a lazy ass. Drop me a 5-star. Leave a comment. I truly appreciate it. And please share this podcast, you guys, with friends and family and people who need to hear something like this, who are investing their time and money into quick fixes and trying to put a Band-Aid on gunshot wounds because they know that's not going to work. And you're smart enough to know that that's not the answer either. And there's literally tens of thousands of you guys listening, but not nearly as many of you guys subscribe. So please subscribe and share it. I truly do appreciate it. It helps me out more than you guys know. And it keeps me going. It keeps me talking to you guys and putting this information out there. So anything else you guys want to hear on the podcast, hit me up, let me know, shoot me a DM. I'm happy to record it. And we got a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipe and a few funky guests coming here in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. So until next time, you guys, eat well, train hard, be nice to people, and please keep doing shit you love with people you enjoy, because your life is too short not to. I will talk to you guys soon. Have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. Peace.